Sources familiar with a classified document known as the Biden Bribe reveal a shocking allegation hidden by the FBI. According to the document, Joe Biden and his son Hunter Biden were allegedly paid $10 million in bribes by Ukraine during Joe Biden's vice presidency. A highly credible confidential source, who had multiple meetings with a top executive at Burisma, the Ukrainian gas company where Hunter Biden worked, disclosed this information. These conversations between the source and the executive spanned over 5 years, and the source reported them to the FBI in June 2020, coinciding with Joe Biden's Democratic nomination. The Burisma executive informed the confidential source that the company had to pay the Bidens to secure their assistance in removing a Ukrainian prosecutor who was investigating Burisma for corruption. The executive stated that the Bidens were each paid $5 million, which, according to individuals who have seen the document, was part of a retainer agreement between Burisma and the Bidens to address various issues. These issues included the dismissal of the prosecutor and seeking assistance with oil deals. The executive mentioned that Joe Biden had to be paid because Hunter was deemed incapable of achieving much on his own. Observers who have reviewed the document suggest that it indicates a possible pay-to-play scheme. The confidential source mentioned that the Burisma executive had paid the Bidens through numerous bank accounts, making it difficult for investigators to trace the funds for at least a decade. This modus operandi resembles how the Bidens allegedly received payments from China, which involved money laundering through a network of LLCs. Referring to Joe Biden as the big guy in the document, as also mentioned on Hunter's laptop, the Burisma executive clarified to the confidential source that the payments were not directly made to the big guy himself. When asked about the bribery allegations, Joe Biden responded with a rhetorical question, leaving room for interpretation. It is worth noting that at least $6 million of Chinese money flowed into 9 Biden family member bank accounts. These findings align with the information in the document, where the Burisma executive concealed the payments to the Bidens. The document raises questions about Joe Biden's potential complicity in the bribery scheme, considering that the entire family benefited from the funds, with Joe Biden playing a pivotal role. Recalling the impeachment of Donald Trump over his request for Ukraine to investigate the alleged pay-to-play scheme, a CIA whistleblower connected to Biden's camp triggered the investigation by leaking the Zelensky phone call to Adam Schiff. Today, not only is Joe Biden investigating Donald Trump, but there are also speculations that Biden might have Trump arrested for his involvement. These circumstances lead some to call for the initiation of impeachment proceedings against President Joe Biden, citing Article 2 of the Constitution, which outlines grounds for impeachment such as treason, bribery, and other high crimes and misdemeanors. Chairman James Comer of the House Oversight Committee has already obtained bank records from one bank used by the Bidens, revealing $6 million in Chinese bribes. However, considering that there were a total of 11 banks involved, it becomes crucial for the House to conduct impeachment hearings and thoroughly examine all the Biden family's bank records. This process aims to uncover the intricate web of illicit money pouring in from foreign countries in exchange for American policy decisions. The fundamental principle at stake is that American policy should not be up for sale, and if these allegations prove true, Joe Biden would be implicated in betraying the country, a grave act of treason. Opinions expressed in this article are not necessarily reflective of factual evidence and should be understood as a summary of the information provided in the transcript.